It is the most money I have ever received from a company bonus. This like energy around money, and I need to be very, very careful with like the actions that I take. If you watch me as a third party person, you could probably say like, hey, Raisa's really disciplined. But in reality, I have to work really, really hard. So I found out my merit increase this year is... Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Raisa. If you're new here, welcome. I talk all things budgeting and personal finance, and today we have a bit of a candid video talking all things money that is just kind of going on in my mind. I actually just came back from a yoga class, and I don't know about you guys, but every time I come out of a yoga class, I feel like there is this like revelation or just like something hits me. And yeah, I did not plan on making this video today, but there's just been a lot of money things that are going on in my mind, and I wanted to share that with you guys in case maybe you're feeling something similar, and this video might help you feel less alone about that. I hope that if any of this resonates with you, please leave it in the comments down below. I would love to read all about it. So let's talk about money. It is about the middle of April, and typically during this time it is corporate bonus time. If you have been working a 9-to-5 and your company provides you an annual bonus, then you might be familiar with this. This is like year end typically for a lot of companies, and if you're lucky enough to get a bonus, usually this is the time. And I was doing some reflection on the last few years since I've started with my company. For your context, I've been with my company for the last 5 years. I work in e-commerce, and I have received a corporate bonus ever since I started, I want to say, and with the exception of 2020. I think during COVID, they did not provide a company bonus just because of the state of the world, which was so uncertain. And prior to that, I never received a bonus from my other companies. So it was a bit of a like shock in the best way possible, because it signaled to me that like I need to go treat myself, because this is basically free money. And that's what I did. I blew my company bonus check on all these like random things that I actually can't even remember right now. Like I cannot tell you what I spent my money on. Probably something like, I probably bought a bag just because that's who I am. No, I'm kidding. That's not who I am, but I like to spend money on designer handbags, and don't crucify me in the comments, but that is just what I like to spend my money on. That has definitely lessened over the last few years. Like my affinity to buy purses has declined quite significantly. I mean, I tell you that, and yet in this video I talk all about wanting an Hermes Birkin. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt for sure. But anyway, that is kind of the history of my corporate bonus. As the years have gone on, I've gotten more and more just because my salary has increased over the last couple of years. And I just found out last week what my bonus number is for this year, and it came to me as such a shock. It is the most money I have ever received from a company bonus. It won't hit my bank account until this Friday coming up, and I have been like preparing mentally to make sure that I don't blow it all the same way that I did the last few years. And the reason for that is I have many different savings goals. I think that like my mindset has shifted a lot over the last few years in so many different ways. Number one, like I don't really want to be spending on designer bags anymore. Number two, I really should be putting that money into investing, and even some of it in my emergency fund. Number three, we're in a recession. Number four, there is inflation happening all around us. So there is definitely this like energy around money, and I need to be very, very careful with like the actions that I take with my bonus. Yeah, truthfully, I say all of these things on camera and to share with you guys because if you watch me as a third party person, you could probably say like, hey, Raisa's really disciplined. Like She has a side hustle. She's doing all of these things, and to an outsider person, you could probably deduce that I'm a very self-disciplined person. But in reality, I have to work really, really hard to do all of these things. And when it comes to money, I need to be so self-disciplined because I'm like influenced by a lot of things, and I'm actively trying not to be. Like, I go on TikTok and my first five videos, I'm being served luxury designer or the newest trends. And I actually didn't even want those things in the first place, but just because they're being served to me, and that's the type of content I'm consuming on TikTok, that it makes me feel like I need these things, and I really, truly don't. What I truly, truly want for my life is to be financially free and to have options in my life. And to be able to do that, I need to save and invest and plan for the future so that I can have those things of being financially free. So that's like my initial thoughts about my bonus. I recently filmed a paycheck routine. You can watch it here. And I kind of took you guys through the steps of how I allocate my money for different types of like expenses, whether it's my credit card bill, whether it's rent, whether it's my savings. So I'm gonna do something similar. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film it, to be honest, for my bonus, and try to allocate that bonus amount to all of these different things that are important to me. I'm not saying that I'm never gonna use my bonus money to treat myself, because I am the type of person who likes to celebrate herself. I'm definitely gonna buy myself something nice with that bonus paycheck. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to blow it all on like these designer things that truly, do I really want those things, or do I just want them because society makes me think that I want them? I feel like that's like a deep, dark hole that we can all dive into maybe in a separate conversation, but I don't know. I have been like battling with that as well, of like, did I just buy this because I wanted to post it for people, or did I really buy it because I wanted it for myself? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like when you go on a trip and all you do is take photos and post photos on Instagram, and like, did you really enjoy yourself, or did you just want to show off that you're in this beautiful vacation and that you're having the best time? But like, are you really having the best time, I guess, is just the thoughts in my head about like social media and posting for likes and keeping up with the Joneses. So let me know what you guys think. If you have similar thoughts or anything like that, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. Okay, the next topic that I wanted to cover is the annual salary increase that most people who work a 9 to 5 get. Again, sorry if this is very like corporate talk, corporate centric. I think it's just really that time of year where you get a bonus, you get a merit increase, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about it because I know that inflation is sky high right now, and people are getting like 1%, 2%, or 3% increases. And I just wanted to kind of let you guys know my thoughts about it. So I found out my merit increase this year is, wait for it, 2.5%. I think that might be the lowest increase I've ever received ever. Maybe, maybe not. But I know that it's usually 3 to 6%. 6% is on like the high, mid to high-ish. If you get 10%, I think that's really good. That's almost like if you got a promotion or something. But yeah, I got 2.5% this year, and honestly, I'm not complaining. I mean, I am and I'm not, because, and this is like my thoughts on it, I'm in a place in my career where I've been in my industry for over 7 to 8 years. So I have definitely worked my way up. I'm not going to lie. I did the corporate ladder thing, which is what they teach you in school. And I guess that's what I did, just because I don't know, like, I don't want to tie it back to like my immigrant parents, but like wanting to make them happy and proud that I did something with my degree. Definitely love what I do, and I'm very grateful that I get to say that, because not a lot of people can. And I definitely don't take it for granted. I would say that I'm grateful every single day that I do what I do. And I think that's why I'm not mad or complaining about my 2.5% increase. I am very aware of the macroeconomic environment right now, and I know that companies are pulling back. Obviously, there have been so many layoffs in the tech industry specifically. So I think right now I'm even just grateful that I have a job. And because I know that a lot of people got laid off recently, from that lens of like gratitude, I'm not complaining, I'm not mad. I can see the other side where people in the comments might say like, oh, you actually lost money because inflation is at like 6 or 8%. I'm not actually sure what it is. That's just an example. But yeah, like inflation is X% and you only made 2.5%. Like you lost money or whatever. I don't feel that way. And I'm not just saying that to make myself feel better, truthfully. I'm in a like very grateful mindset. I think a lot of how you feel about money is all about your mindset. And I've worked so hard over the last 3 to 5 years to kind of shift my mindset from like scarcity to abundance, from like hatred to more of a gratitude, because I think the way that you think about money will really like push that energy out to the world. I really, really believe that. So I'm all about gratitude and abundance, and there isn't anything that's lacking. I'm very content with where I am. So that's kind of like my point of view on the corporate annual increase. 2.5% is still something. Having a job is still something. So I feel very grateful about that. Again, let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about this. If you're feeling similar or if you have a different point of view, I would love to know. And the last thing that I want to talk about today is like the contradictions of, I mean, let's use me as an example. I made this video about my 2023 wish list, and I talk about wanting to get a Cartier watch, which is, let's round it to like $10,000. And then I also make videos about budgeting and personal finance and saving up. I just feel like sometimes I'm contradicting myself a little bit, or maybe it's just in my head, but how can I say I want to save money, but yet I want this other thing of like a designer watch? I don't know, like it just feels like, to me in my head it makes sense. It really does, but I think to other people, it's hard for me to explain. To me, it's authentic, it makes sense, and I don't know, like justifying it to other people is really hard. And maybe I don't need to justify it to people. I mean, you could say that, but that's just kind of how I've been feeling. There's just that, like, I don't want to say a disconnect, because to me, it's not disconnected. To me, it's actually very authentic, and I probably don't need to justify myself to other people, but it just feels strange, I guess, when you say it out loud to someone who might not understand why I would be buying a $10,000 watch when I also, on the other hand, want to save money, if that makes sense. I don't know. These are just my thoughts. Please let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about money, regardless of if it's around corporate or anything like that. I would really love to know. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if you like the vibe, if you like the energy around here. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.